Hi, Creative Tony. Good to see you, buddy.
Stand by.
Creative Tony. Yeah, what you doing now? You got your little lead. Yeah, let's take a night reprieve. Gonna be some sweet sounds coming down on the night flight. This is your other home. Yeah, you know you're not alone. Gonna be some sweet sounds coming down on the night flight. This is your other home. Yeah, you know you're not alone.
Come on, Pelican.
Yeah, get loose, man. I love it. Hey, we're off to a good start on this night flight. First of all, the Giants are out here kicking the Cubs' ass again. This is fantastic. The PMP effect is in full mode at this point. Giants up 4-3 right now. Devers swinging a big bat tonight. Wisenhunt pitching his way out of jam after jam. In fact, he's in a jam right now. Bases juiced, Tony. Bases juiced. The way Wisenhunt likes it. But anyway, we'll get into your Giant updates throughout the night. We had such a great time last night. We're going to recap the whole evening. We got pictures to show off. But I also want to say, just good evening. Welcome to the Night Flight Polymac Particles. Taking to the high seas tonight. We have all of our friends on Twitter, all of our friends on Instagram. Shout out to the YouTube crew, all of our buddies on the comments line. And then, of course, all of our friends watching the show on the Cron 4 Plus app. Welcome to the Polymac universe, man. We got our own way of doing things over here, and we are so happy and proud to be partnering with Cron 4 on the Plus app. It's just fantastic. The relationship is off to a great start. And I want to say what up to Scott Sanders, Robot Centaur, Noemi, Hacksaw Montana, Humdinger, John Joseph. The list goes on and on. Nancy Darris, what's up, Nancy? Anthony Merkovich, Humdinger, James Lazat, all these guys. Candlestick Kid, The Nutter, Miguel Salas. Tony, you know the list. It goes on and on. You are like a model for your whole new wardrobe. You're wearing all your new stuff tonight. Let's go through it one at a time, T, real quick.
Dude, first of all, I'm fresh off of back to school night. First of all, so I don't know if you remember those days, Paulie, but
I remember. Of course I remember. Yeah.
But you gotta love when I see some of the PMP familia at back to school night. I saw Hacksaw Montana at back to school night. I saw Neil Donardi of Longbridge Pizza because his kids just transferred into school. So it was actually a festive evening. And dude, for the first time ever, they were serving beer and wine at the back to school night. I was like, Look at this.
Wow.
Look at this.
I've never heard of such a thing. They didn't do that back in my day. They weren't juicing up the parents, although they probably should have. I'd be out in the parking lot, like taking a quick hit or delish and then running in, but they were not serving drinks back in the day. Cheers, by the way. Cheers, everybody.
Shout out to the men's club, the Fathers Club, the St. Charles Fathers Club, and Coach Bob and Josh and Tyler and Todd Turan. These guys are in the corner and they run the men's clubs. Paulie, we've done an event for the men's club in the past. Let me
tell you a couple things about the men's club, bro. I was down there. I couldn't believe it. Tony asked me to be like a guest speaker at this men's club. And I'm like, so what do you guys need from me? He's like, just show up and hang out. But anyway, myself and Paul Tonelli, we sat down. What's the formal name of the men's club?
It's basically the Fathers Club.
I'm available for future events, by the way. If you need me, I had a great time that night. I loved all those guys.
I was going to say, Coach Bob Wentz, who's part of the Fathers Club, he already has asked if Polymax Particles would like to go live from an event down there during the school year. So sure. I said we'll talk. But yes, I said of course. All right,
well, let's talk about your wardrobe real quick because you're displaying all kinds of new stuff. You look great. Let's go through it item by item, Tony, if we could.
Dude, first of all, this is the shirt from Gravy, Mark Graves. You wore your Rest in Peace Ozzy Osbourne shirt yesterday. Dude, along in the same package was this Geezer Butler shirt, man. And hold on, I'm going to move the microphone away.
Sure.
Dude.
Yeah, that's money, man. That is. I wish I had one of those, but I got my Ozzy shirt. But that is a badass shirt, dude. Shout out Geezer Butler, one of the all-time greats on the 4-string, holding it down in black. Dude, you know what? I had a big, in-depth conversation last night with none other than Rod Brooks. He wanted to talk Sabbath. Like He goes, Paulie, come here. When I got sat down, he goes, Paulie. He goes, I know you've been talking about Sabbath for years. He's like, I'm just starting to get into him. And he was like, He goes, I need to talk to you about the album Sabotage. I'm like, let's go. Let's go. What do you need? And he's like, dude, Symptom of the Universe, Hole in the Sky. Like, it's like megalomania. I'm like, Brooksy, I've been there for like 25 years, 30 years. But yeah, dive in, dude. So anyway, Brooksy, I'm sure would support your Geezer Butler shirt. He was one of the many guests last night. And before we go into that, real quick, what's on your what's on your dome? What's your new lid?
So this is Fairfax Brewing Company in Fairfax, formerly Iron Springs, where Paulie and I used to gig at the Iron Springs Brewing Company. Shout out Michael back in the day of Iron Springs, but we had a great lunch there today. And I was looking at their hats and I'm like, dude, those hats are sweet. And the next thing you know, Lisa behind the counter was like, hey, which one do you like? You know, and so she actually helped me try on a couple. It's great. But anyway, so I thought I'd throw it on the show and say, if you're in Fairfax, get to Fairfax Brewing Company for some good beer. Actually, I'm drinking a Fairfax Brewing Company. This is a Laser Coyote Hazy IPA. And if you look at the label, it's got a coyote shooting lasers.
Well, I would expect nothing less. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
I got news for you. You want to talk about coyotes, dude? Come on over to Paulie Mac's house some night because there's a coyote. So I live like up on this hill, and at the bottom of the hill, I must be some kind of gathering space for coyotes at night. I'm not exaggerating this. It starts every night. Like it'll start soon. As soon as the sun goes down, you'll hear one. It's like a domino effect. I'll hear one coyote like, oh, and then all of a sudden there's like a dozen of them just howling. And you want to know what? I kind of like it. I kind of like those creepy, weird coyote sounds, but I don't like getting confronted with them. Those are some creepy looking animals, dude. Those long legs, they got the spindly kind of body. And by the way, speaking of long legs, I can't let this one go by. Yes, Don Peralta, I heard Sabotage at Longbridge Pizza last night. I heard it after the game. I heard them playing Sabotage.
Well, why we might as well give Steven some love, because Steven there in the house at Longbridge, he is the proprietor of the playlists right there. He puts together all the playlists that if you walk into Longbridge, you're going to hear incredible music. Some you don't know, some you do, and you walk in, you're like, what is this place? It's like heaven, with the greatest pizza, the greatest, really good beer, and then the incredible playlist. So it's like, anyways, it's just like a heavenly spot for me. But also the Laser Coyote pale ale, the hazy pale tonight is fantastic. And Paulie,
yes, sir.
I got it. We got to do this super, Paulie, because this is an amazing super.
Okay,
and I'm gonna play a song to lead into the super, if you don't mind.
No, go nuts. Okay, so there's Tekashi. What's on the heels of that? Where are we going?
Dude, it's our first super in yen. Dude, Doug in Japan has given us a super. He's given us 1,000 yen.
Yeah, man.
From Doug in Japan. He says, Konbanwa PMP Tomodachi.
Yeah, Tomodachi. Tomodachi to everybody. What does that mean? I don't know, but I like it. Tomodachi, man.
And I love whatever the picture's going on with Doug in Japan. It looks like he's wearing a helmet and possibly a chin strap. But yes, Doug, thank you. Thank you for checking in from Japan. And dude, it's our first ever super in the form of 1,000 yen. It's incredible.
Fantastic, dude. I don't know. Do we have like a currency translator in the bank? I'm not sure. But Doug, we freaking love you, buddy. Thank you for checking in. Thanks for the donation to the show. And I don't want to leave anybody out. I think I saw a second super. It might have been Corinne. She says, oh, wait, you were in Fairfax today and didn't call me. All right. So Corinne, first of all, great seeing you last night. Great hanging out with you. We're going to get into the whole evening in a couple of minutes here. We'll do a little kind of review. We got pictures. It's going to be fun. We had a lunch, actually. We had a lunch at the Fairfax pub, and we were hanging out with Alex, the owner. So we really weren't in a position to like visit, but Corinne, noted. Next time, we'll definitely let you know. Here comes Patty. She's a super, Tony. Take care of Patty next.
Patty, she said, she says, had a blast last night. Great job. We might be a tad bit hungover. Mikey meeting everyone. We might be a bit hungover.
Anytime you type, we might be a little bit hungover twice in the same paragraph, it must be accurate. So no, I think we're all feeling a little bit all fuzzy. There's a few cobwebs today for all of us, Patty. But it was great to hang out. So great to hang out. Go ahead, T.
I also want to tease that later on in the show, we're going to dive into the mailbag, and we've got great photos and a couple videos to share from last night. It was an incredible scene. Those who couldn't make it, you were missed, and those who were there, it was fantastic. And we brought home a Giants W. We got Verlander's first home win. It was a great game. 2 home runs from we got one from Flores, from Wilmer, and one from Chapman. We have Matos playing well. We had Ramos going 3 for 3. So, hey, man, it was good ball, and we had a great vibe in section 204, and it was so much fun. So just want to thank everybody for coming out. And thank you, Don Peralta, and thank you, Carlos de la Fuente, for putting it all together.
We're going to get into that, Tony, in explicit detail. I will also want to follow up because Doug from Japan just checked in. He goes, Tonakachi means a friends, y'all. Friends, y'all. Nice. So I like that. I like that he's working the y'all into Japanese. Thank you, Doug. We love you, buddy. Thanks so much. So, Tony, a lot of Niner news tonight. Lot of recapping of last night to get into, but also some announcements. We got a couple of announcements to make. For starters, next week. What? I'm just getting going here. What?
If you're gonna do announcements, it has to be Principal Pauly, and then I've got a major announcement for the show. Do you want me to start the announcement and then hand off to Principal Pauly, or do you want me to end with a major particle announcement?
No, if you got something major, you should go for. I don't even know what Tony's talking about, by the way. I have no idea where he's going with this, but if you got something major, shout out to David Bowie. Ground control to Major Tom. You mentioned Major. I got to shout out Major Tom. Great track. Bowie for life. Tony, you do.
And put your helmet on, Major Tom.
Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. Go ahead, dazzle me with your major announcement, Tony. I'm ready.
I promise you, Major Tom had a chin strap, by the way. I promise.
Major Tom, he was in a fortified space capsule. He was drifting out in space. That's the whole thing. Tell my wife I love her very much. She knows. Yeah, no, I'm all about Bowie. I'll do Bowie till the cows come home. But no, we're Major Tom on our way through this. Give me the announcement. You're making me very interested here.
Sitting in a tin can.
Oh, am I sitting in my tin can? Yeah, dude. I'm stepping through the door, and the earth looks very different today. I didn't know this was going to happen, but we'll roll with some impromptu Bowie if necessary. Yeah.
And the earth is through, and there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, you got to get the going totally. Shout out David Bowie. Rest in peace. I miss you, buddy. I miss you, Big D. Yeah. By
the way, not to get too dark, but check out his last album, Black Star. It's amazing what he put together as he was battling cancer. Anyways, Pauly, not anyways, but respectfully, anyways, David Bowie. The major announcement I have to tell you is that, dude, last night while we were getting a W at Section 204 at Oracle Park, dude, Andrew Markoulis, the newest member of the PMP Familia, was born last night. Can we welcome Zoe Markoulis to the PMP Familia, born last night while we're at Oracle Park. Andrew and his wife were giving birth to Zoe Markoulis. So I just wanted to announce that to the show. And just great news. I don't know if Andrew's on the chat, but Andrew, when you do hear this, congratulations, brother, to the fam. And man, that is just fantastic news.
Congratulations. That is a major announcement. And welcome to the world, Zoe. And by the way, how weird is it that we just did a Bowie thing, which rhymes with Zoe? Particles are flying all over the room tonight. But yes, welcome to the world, Zoe. And congratulations, you guys. That's fantastic news to the Markoulis family. Fantastic. So now my announcement, I'll give you a second. Hold on. All right. I'll give you like a second of Principal Pauly, but there's too much to keep this effect on because I have several. I don't want to go back to back with the principal voice. So let me say, for starters, let me take this off because it's going to take a second. All right, for starters, we're doing a short week this week. It just kind of fell into place today because Tony is not. This is why in the opening song, the Night Flight song, I say Creative Tony coaches his little league. Like that's part of the whole PMP dynamic. So that being said, Tony and I were talking today at this lunch meeting we had, and he said that you're on the road to where Santa Barbara Friday. This is where this is like insane, dude. The life of a fall baseball dad is relentless. So what are you doing? You're packing up and heading to Santa Barbara for the weekend? I didn't even know this.
Hey, don't tell anybody, and hopefully the teachers at school aren't listening, but we're yanking them out of school Friday, and we're driving down to Santa Barbara for, Friday morning.
Greatest gift you can give a kid right there. Nothing better than getting jerked out of school by your parents, for as long as it's not like a tragedy. Like, it's the greatest feeling. He's like, yeah, so long, suckers. I'm on my way to Santa Barbara. So what are you doing? This is a travel team, and who are you playing down there?
We don't even know. There's a bunch of teams, and some of the names are just ridiculous. And we're the San Carlos Missions, and we go down and we're playing this. We saw this tournament. Like, hey, there's a Labor Day tournament in Santa Barbara. Because what we like to do, Paulie, when we coach this team, is one of the reasons why there's many reasons I coach, but one of the perks of coaching this team is we get to pick how often we play and like when and where we play. So we don't play. We're not over the top playing tournaments every freaking weekend, and we don't play in like godforsaken places. So like we picked Tahoe. We were looking at Pismo Beach. We're looking at Santa Barbara. We're looking at down in San Diego. And we asked the parents on the team, hey, would you guys want to go to Santa Barbara? And unanimous. Everybody.
I want to go to Santa Barbara. I might throw myself in the mix for this trip just to head down there. Actually, I got plans this weekend, but I love Santa Barbara, dude. One of my favorite places. You know who else is a big Santa Barbara disciple? The one and only, our colleague, Gary Radnich. Remember, every year he'd be like, he'd like take 2-3 weeks off at a clip and just go to Santa Barbara and drop anchor down there. So anyway, the point of this is Tony is not available Friday, so we're gonna take a long weekend. Monday is Labor Day. Everybody enjoy the long weekend. We're going to tack another one on. So we're going to be off Friday through Monday, and then we'll be back on Tuesday to deliver the usual brand of Polymac particle hijinks and sports news and everything else. But in the meantime, since we're not doing a show Friday, let's get the music assignment on the table right now for you guys to get to work. So since it's Labor Day, I thought, and again, unless you don't like this one, Tony, swat it aside. We can come up with something else. But I was thinking, since it, like King Kong, just swatting planes off the Empire State Building, wham. We're going to say, how about songs about working? Songs about, because it's Labor Day, right? So songs about working, songs about quitting your job, songs about your boss, songs about hating your boss, whatever it is, man. There's a million of them out there. So songs about working or labor or your boss or just, the grind of everyday kind of, career life. And then we'll get into that tomorrow. We'll do the assignment tomorrow too.
And I already want to throw next week's assignment out there because it's opening week of the NFL. I want songs about catching footballs and but just about catching things or kicking things, because we don't have a lot of good wide receivers right now and we don't have a good kicker. So if we can have songs about catching things and kicking things. Let me give you the
first one at the top of my head, dude. The opening kind of declaration from the Beastie Boys. Kick it! The kick it on Fight for Your Right to Party would be an acceptable choice. So, yeah, we'll do kicking next week, Tony. No problem. Why don't we do this? Let's get going tonight with the Long Bridge spot because we want to give them their propers. And last night, I'll tell you what, I want to thank Neil Denardi personally for accommodating the entire PMP Familia, everybody that came out last night. It was so great to get a chance to hang out with you guys. We freaking love you guys, man. I did some serious time with Escobar. I did time with John Joseph. I'll go through the list, but we had a great, great time. Tony, dude, let's take care of the super and Badges. Dude, Badges was in the house with his vest.
He looked incredible. He looked incredible.
He looked like Peter Criss in 1977 with the bullet vest. But go ahead.
He just looked incredible. Greg, aka We Don't Need No Stinking Badges. You looked amazing. Thank you. And we met his sister as well. It was great to come out, and he came out decked out. So I would just the spirit and vibe in that room and at that ballpark last night was immense. It was thick, Paulie. So
it's funny. I've done a lot of events over the years, working in traditional radio. You get in a room with a bunch of people, and in the past it was always kind of like it wasn't what these are. This is like a family reunion, man. Like, I do consider us friends. Like, when we get together, it's just like a big friendly group, just getting into it, man. And we had such a great time. And it was, again, I want to thank Longbridge Pizza for starters. First of all, one of our great sponsors, and they go above and beyond. Like last night, accommodating all of us before the game. And then, Tony, I got news after the game. A few of us staggered back to Longbridge. We wound up back at Longbridge after the game. Myself, Los D, let's see, Leah Phillips was there, Dom Peralta, Escobar. We just had such a great time. So thank you, Neil. And then, of course, what he does, what put him on the map is the great pizza down at Longbridge Pizza. And he was serving it up, dude. There was a Polymac particle pie on the table. Tony had his vegetarian choice, which you can talk about. They all, dude, I ate one of the LBP burgers last night, and it was freaking money, dude. Try the hamburgers down at Longbridge. You would not be disappointed at all. They're modeled on the way In-N-Out serves them, but I'm going to say it's better. It's a better burger than an In-N-Out because it's not mass produced, man. It's like one at a time, and they're so good. I can tell you got something, T. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was going to say, because I was talking to Neil, because I had so much fun talking to everybody at Longbridge that I didn't have a bite to eat the entire time we were there. And then when everybody left and it was just Neil and I was hanging out before I was going to get on my scooter to get to the ballpark. And I said, gosh, Neil, can I order a pie real quick? And he goes, I can check and see what we have. He goes, I could make you a chopped cheese, but just no, because dude, the chopped cheese, I know you love the chopped cheese.
It's like a cheesesteak. Yeah, it's really good. That's a really good sandwich.
But then he goes, but I know you don't want to eat the beef, so I can just make you a mushroom chopped cheese, dude. It was fantastic.
It looked good. I saw that thing. No, it looked really good.
It was so good. So just the culinary skills of Anil Donardi and the kitchen at Longbridge Pizza, man, you cannot beat the vibe. And that's why he stresses the vibe tribe. And you cannot beat the sourdough crust. Dude, they made a gluten-free pizza for Leah Phillips, which it was a square, Detroit-style square they made for her.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep.
I mean, and then also I had some original pattern out of Oakland, original pattern West Coast IPA yesterday. They had Russian River on tap. They had Bear Bottle on tap. They had Humble Sea, which is out of Santa Cruz. He has Humble Sea on tap. They also have a tap room at Pacifica and a Pier 39 now. They just know what they're doing there. It's like, remember we said the laid back vibe, a great pizza, laid back vibe, right? They could also do like the slogan of, we know what we're doing. Really,
we know what the F we're doing. Stand back and get ready to eat. No question. But Neil was, and then Neil came onto the game too. Neil hung out at the ballpark with us for a while. Section 204 was flying. And by the way, shout out to the usher in 204 who was trying her best to control the group. I'm like, lady, you might as well just give it up. It's not going to work. It's not going to work because she kept going like, sit down. And it was mayhem in our section, dude. And we spread it out. We had like 3 rows of seats before you knew it. There were PMPers like in 6 different rows. Guys coming in, I got kicked out of my seat several times last night because I was in the wrong seat. But listen, you got to roll with it. When PMP hits the scene, you got to roll with it, man.
John Joseph, dude, he was like hopping seats all night long. And by the way, wearing the Portland Pickles jersey
and the bag. He had like the bag over his shoulder, which was loaded up with God knows what. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Well, that's a satchel. We like to call that a satchel.
Perfect word. Yeah, satchel. Double J satchel. Yeah.
Dude, finally, John came over, we're hanging out, we're talking, and he's on the aisle seat, and she walked in, he's standing, and she walked in, and he goes, sir, I'm not going to tell you again, but you got to sit down.
He said that to you or John?
To John, dude.
Yeah. How did he take it? Did he comply?
In true John Joseph fashion, before she was even finished, he was like a bolt of lightning gone. Onto the next section, onto the next seat. I was like, dude, that's
he knows the drill. Totally right. This is not his first rodeo. You know what I mean? John Joseph has dealt with the authorities over the years. He knows how to handle them and how to move on from the situation. No question.
Timeout also totally unrelated to anything, but I see Dan Ogden on the chat right now.
Hey, Danny, what's up, brother? Good to see you.
I want to do some Bay Area Sports Collective promotion here, cross promotion tomorrow. 4:00 at Fieldwork in San Leandro. Tom Tolbert live in person doing his show from Fieldwork in San Leandro. If you can make it out there, get out there. I believe that Ray Ratto and Bill Martin will be out there. I'm almost positive. Dan, you're on the chat. If you can correct me if I'm wrong there, I apologize, but I think it's Ray Ratto and Bill Martin. Anyways, it's Tolbert. He's back from Europe. He's back from Germany. He's back from his travels. And he's going live tomorrow, 4:00 at Fieldwork. So tomorrow we'll be on at 11, and then Tolbert will be on at 4:00, and then I think Johnny Lund will be on at 7. So we got the day covered for you tomorrow.
Yeah, and also speaking of Tom Tolbert, look forward to football season getting going because every Monday throughout football season, Tom Tolbert will have a conversation with Brent Jones, and I'm all over that, dude. I love the Brent Jones, Tom Tolbert dynamic. That'll be great. By the way, Tony, while we've been talking about Longbridge Pizza and Tom Tolbert's schedule, the Giants have tacked on more runs. They're up 7-3, dude, and the Cubs are a great team. The Cubs are 20 games over 500, and we're just slapping them around right now, dude, slapping them around. Go Giants. They're up 7-3 in the sixth, top of the sixth, 2 outs. So looking good so far.
Dude,
All right.
speaking of slapping around, I got to slap around some supers here in a second, Paulie. But also, have you seen the new There's like a new face slapping league or sport? Have you seen this?
I have. Tell me about it a little more. I think I have. I've seen stuff on Twitter, dudes just slapping each other in the face. I mean, I don't know if that's something I want to participate in. If we have a team for the PMP Familia, I nominate Los D and Escobar. I'm bringing out the muscle. If you guys want to represent, you feel free to join the slap off. But I'm on the sidelines, dude. My days of getting slapped in the face are over. Hopefully,
I don't know much about it, Paulie, but I'm like, of course, we've gotten to the point where it's gotten to be a sport on ESPN or whatever sports network it was, and people slapping each other. So I guess to each their own, and more power to you if that's your jam. But I was like, again, like your mom is cool, his t-shirt, what are we doing?
No, what are we doing? I mean, what's next, dude? Did kick in the nuts league? You know what I mean? Two guys stand apart from each other and just beat each other. Like, seriously, that's next. Where else do you go?
That's like the gym teacher in Beavis and Butthead. Kick me in the Jimmy.
Totally, with the crew cut. Yeah, with the freaking crew cut, yelling.
Do it again.
With his hands on his hips, dude, just getting kicked in the nards. Hey, Danny Ogden, thank you for the kind words about Cron. We're very excited about the partnership, man, and thanks for supporting that. Cron 4 Plus app is now another home for the Polymac Particle Show, and we appreciate the love. Thank you, Danny. Here comes another super. Take care of Bake That Dough real quick.
Well, totally. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off, Paulie, but hold on. Stinking Badges was a super a few minutes ago, and he says, I'm a UCSB alum, so want to shout that out and have a great weekend, Tony, and good luck. So, dude, Stinky Badges spent his college years in Santa Barbara. Isla Vista. Halloween on Isla Vista. It was a scene down there back in the day. They've regulated it now, but Halloween's in Santa Barbara back in the day, oh my God, what a party. So, yes, Greg, Stinking Badges, I know what you're talking about. And thank you for the super, and thank you for showing up in costume yesterday. Paulie, if you care to comment, feel free, or I'm going to go on with the super.
No, go ahead. Yeah, keep moving. And thank you, Badges. Thanks, brother. Great to meet you last night, man. Go ahead.
Look at this, dude. Look at what Dom Peralta is proposing. Fellas, Rags and I are down to pinch hit for Tony on Friday, LFG. So, Paulie, we could talk offline.
We'll talk offline. Yeah, I appreciate it, Tommy. Thank you, brother. And by the way, huge thank you to Dom Peralta. Massive thank you. This guy right here is not only the official art director of the Polymac Particle Show, but he also did all of the legwork. He arranged the tickets. He literally stuffed all the envelopes himself. And by the way, trust me, you guys in the audience, you're better off letting Dom. If Tony and I try to spearhead something like that, it would be a complete disaster. We'd wind up pissing people off. They'd be like, I got the wrong tickets. Where are my tickets? I didn't get my shirt. What's going on? Thank God for Dom. Dom, thank you, brother, for last night and for everything else, for everything. In fact, we'll give you a nice stellar design read in just a few minutes. But Dom, everybody should know, Dom played a huge role last night. Stevie B is right. Dom is an army of one. Stevie B coming in with riffs left, right, and center right now. Dude, I'm getting distracted by his comedy. He was saying earlier when I mentioned Rod Brooks, I looked over and I was saying I was talking to Rod Brooks last night. I glanced at the comments line. Stevie B just had a comment. Rod Brooks has legs like telephone poles. And you're not wrong. No, but Brooksy's bringing the height. What is he, 6'8", 6'7"?
Quick little vignette before we get to Stevie B's super. Rod, when I met Rod in 97, I kind of I brought him up to Tahoe for the first time. He'd never been to Tahoe, and his reaction of seeing Lake Tahoe for the first time was something I'll never forget. It's one of the things I love.
Texas. He's from Houston. He had never seen anything probably that spectacular and that beautiful. I mean, California and Texas are completely different, in terms of just the way, the state parks we have here, the mountains. I mean, California has so much beauty and so much wilderness. So I'm sure his eyes probably jumped out of his head when he saw it.
Paulie, scientifically, we can call it topography. How about we call it topography?
Why don't we just go ahead and talk about the topography, Tony? Go ahead, though. Finish your tribute. I don't want to interrupt.
No. My point is that we went to Tahoe, and Brooksy fell in love with Tahoe, and then that was summertime, and then in the winter I said, Brooksy, let's go get you on a snowboard. So then we kind of he learned how to snowboard, and his big thing was, hey dude, I don't want to lose you, man. I don't want to get lost. I'm like, Rod, dude, you're the only 6'8" person out here. I'll be able to find you.
Totally. Don't worry about it, dude. I know how to find you. Hey, Danny Ogden asking a good question, and I'm going to give you a good answer. He's saying, when are we going to see Paulie Mack and Creative Tony come over for one of the Tom Tolbert broadcasts? Dude, great call. Great question. I would love to, but I actually have a meeting tomorrow at the same time at Tom's show, and it's about the Sound Summit concert that we have coming up in a couple of weeks. So, because Brian Murphy and I, by the way, they can't keep Murph and I apart. You can try all you want, but we're still getting together. We're still hosting events. So Murph and I are reforming for the Sound Summit show. And then Murph and I are also going to host a Dwight Clark event in early October. I'll give you more information on that in the next couple of weeks. But anyway, Murph, so I can't do it tomorrow. But yeah, any other time. Thank you, Danny. I would love to. I really would. And I know Tony would too. We'll be there. We'll come over for sure.
Yeah, Dan, I would be there tomorrow if I wasn't going to be visiting the great Dr. Matt Young and getting my crown put on tomorrow at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon. So otherwise, I'd be all over it, dude, and I'd be sipping that ale with Tom, and I'd be grabbing the mic with Tom too. So thank you, Dan. We love you, man. Love you. Love the work you're doing with Tommy.
Yeah, you guys are the freaking best, dude. Keep up the great work over there. Now, Tony, a couple of more announcements. I got some Niner news. Sorry, still going. Sorry. Okay.
We pay respect to the supers, dude. When the show starts out with a super of 1,000 yen,
yeah, throw some yen at me, man. Yeah.
So I don't have a converter, but let's just say Steve Bisecchio just gave us 500 yen. But he says a blast yesterday. Shout out Neil. He says Paulie and Tony, Dom, Los, Hum Daddies, everyone. Quality hang, and he goes Tony and I waxing romantic about our love of San Francisco, on and on. Yeah, Stevie B and I had a great chat about how much we love the city of San Francisco, and it was, we took it all in, man. And at the end of the night, when the Giants got the win, I stuck around in the seats with a few people. I forget, I think, God, who was with us last night, but we stuck around to watch the Tony Bennett, and they do the video tribute of San Francisco while Tony Bennett plays after every win. And it's a great tradition that they do at Oracle Park. But Paulie, we keep going with the supers. Oh, Bake That Dough, LLC. Dude, great to meet you, Bake That Dough, yesterday. And your cookies are slamming.
Shout out to the coffee chocolate chip, dude. Shout out the coffee chocolate chip kind of mixture. I was whacking those down. You know what's good about his cookies? They're small. They're like roughly about the size of a quarter. I mean, they're like fat quarters, but so you wind up eating like 30 of them. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, this won't hurt me. Give me 3 more of these. The next thing you know, I've eaten like 4 bags. But dude, Bake That Dough. Great to meet you. And your cookies are outstanding, dude. Keep up the good work over there. Thank you.
Yes. And thank you for the super. And thank you for the s'mores cookie that I had. And I just popped it because they're that size. So you just pop in your mouth.
Yeah, they're dangerous, man. They're dangerous. Yeah.
He says, had a blast at LBP. Great pizza, people, and vibes. That's it. Great pizza, people, and vibes. That's it. That's in a nutshell. Thank you, Bake That Dough. Keep it coming, man. And then the great Sanchi.
Sanchi had a great to do with the Willie McCovey jersey on last night, dude. Sanchi was money. Great to hang with you, Sanchi. Really enjoyed our rap session. Go ahead, dude, you take that one.
Dude, Dom's PMP dead poster was legit. We're going to show that later in the show. He says, leaving the yard, a dude stopped us and asked who made it, where we got it, and I gave him mine. That's great. And Sanchi, we'll get you another one because Dom, in true Dom fashion, he's like, dude, of course I printed out more. I've got a ton more, because Dom plans ahead. Dom's a planner. You know what I'm not, Paulie? Is a planner.
No, I don't know how to plan anything. The only thing I know how to plan is how to get to a Grateful Dead show. Outside of that, I'm completely dysfunctional. If you need me to operate inside a Dead show, get you to a Dead show, I'm your guy. Aside from that, I'm a complete disaster in every walk of life. Trust me, ask the people closest to me. They'll tell you all about it. All right, Tony, I do want to say a couple of other announcements real quick, some quick Niner news, and then I want to get into the recap of last night. Giants up, by the way, now 10-3. 10-3, dropping the hammer on the Cubs. And by the way, dude, so last night before the game started, or maybe like in the first inning, Patty from Napa is sitting. Patty from Napa is one of the all-time greats. She's a Hall of Famer. She's sitting a couple of chairs next to me, and she's got her legs up, and her feet are extended onto the chair in front of her. Next thing you know, like 4 Cubs, and by the way, way too many Cubs fans in the yard. Way too much blue. But anyway, this group of 4 Cubs fans come in, and Patty didn't notice, so she just kept her feet up. And then Los D looks over and he goes, "Yeah, Patty, let him know. Let him know." and like she was doing it on purpose. Los D, let him know. Let him know. So anyway, shout out to the gangster isms of Patty and Los D, 2 of our favorite people. So one more thing for next. Oh, go ahead. Go.
I was going to say, Paulie, I just want to let people know that aren't paying attention. I'm assuming they are, but if they're not, dude, Devers 3 for 3 with 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. So he's tearing up. Matt Chapman 2 for 3 with an RBI. You got Casey Schmidt 1 for 3, Jung Hoo Lee 1 for 3, and who else? And you got Ramos 1 for 3. So, dude, I mean, the season's, it's over. They're not mathematically out of it, but they're playing good ball right now, man, and it's fun to watch. And if
it is fun. And when they play like this, like they played really well against Milwaukee, they're playing really well against the Cubs. It's like, God, why can't you guys string this together for a longer stretch? It's almost like they play up to the competition and down to the competition sometimes. But you're right. Let's just enjoy the good ball while we have it. And I do want to say, too, Devers has 2 home runs, and he had an RBI double as well. His second at-bat was an RBI double. So great to see him getting it done out there. And the other day we were talking about, it might have been yesterday, Monday, I forget which show it was, but we were talking about the Willie Mack Award. This has never happened before, and I know it never will happen, but you know what a great Willie Mack Award recipient would be? It struck me last night. The Giant fans, dude, deserve a Willie Mack Award, because I really want to tip my cap to the Giant fans, man. They show up in huge numbers night after. In fact, I thought last night was going to be a small crowd because it was kind of a late arriving crowd, but the yard filled up pretty nice last night. I would guess there were at least 30 grand on hand last night. That's just a guess. I didn't check the attendance, but another healthy crowd tonight. So the Giant fans, man, have gone above and beyond with this team. And I'm just really impressed. And this has not been the easiest season, but yet they come out in full force every night. So Giant fans, my hat is off to you guys. Now, Tony,
real quick, speaking of Giants fans, I want to give love to specific Giants fans that were with us last night, and they support our show. And I want to give love to their show too, the Hum Daddies. I see them on the chat, and they were all there in full effect, all 3 of them, man. It was great to hang with you guys, and great to just get a Giants win with you guys. Like, that was such a big. It was. I didn't say it to anybody, but I was the whole night. I'm like, please, can we just win this game? Like, can we just have it wouldn't have been a bummer because the vibe amongst us was so great. It wouldn't have mattered, but it just helped everything to get Verlander's first home win, Giants getting a W, 2 bombs, and to do it with those guys, the Hum Daddies in the house too. I just want to tip the cap to those guys and check them out. Hum Daddies podcast, search them Hum Daddies. They're everywhere on YouTube. Just search Hum Daddies and tip the cap to those guys.
Yeah, man. No, good call. Jake Lucas and Hum Daddies, great guys. And it's funny, they want me to come on and do a special guest broadcast where, you ready for this, Tony? I guess these guys are big U2 fans, and they've heard me talk about U2 over the years and stuff. So they want to do like a U2 roundtable where we just all sit there and get into a deep U2 discussion. And I think it's going to be like our 5 favorite U2 albums and favorite U2 tour. So I'll let you know when that happens, but I'm all about it, dude. I'll talk to you too. Let's dive in. Let's get into it. Go ahead, T. What do you got?
So sitting there with Jake last night, who's one of the 3 Hum Daddies, Jake, he mentioned this to me, Paulie, and I said, you know what, Jake? I would dive in deep, and I know Paulie will dive in deep on the album Pop.
Oh,
and
all day.
Jake looks at me and he goes, Tony, that's my favorite U2 album.
Nice.
I thought he was riffing at first, and then he was dead serious, and he starts naming all the songs, and I'm like, damn, dude, you're going deep on Pop. Respect.
Yeah.
So yes, I'll talk U2 all day. And then I started talking about my love of the song Bad, because I love the song Bad, and it just yeah.
I mean, what are you going to say? That's one of the all-time great. I know that's the kind of U2 I love right there. Anyway, that's a thing for another show down the road. But anyway, we're going to do that. And one more scheduling note. So most likely not doing a show Friday. I don't think we are. And we're off on Monday for Labor Day. So we're going to be back Tuesday. But when we return, dude, it's NFL time. And this show is going to take on a different complexion, I think, once the football season starts. Because Tony and I, if you haven't listened to us in the past, we are lunatic Niner fans, and we get into a whole other mode, man, when the season starts. So, and that also means, Tony, next week marks the return of the hot and sour picks. They're coming back. We had a great year last year, and we'll continue the trend because people have been asking about them if we're going to continue to do the and I think we'll just do them live on the show. Like we can do it on Fridays. There might be a couple of occasions where we're somewhere special and we'll film an installment like we used to. But I think since we have the show now, we'll just do them live every week. What?
I'm laughing at Robot Centaur, and great to see you last night, Fareed, and Mrs. Robot Centaur. But he, in all caps, I'm so freaking excited for football. And dude, Robot Centaur, I think you echo the sentiment of this entire show. Like everybody watching, everybody listening, and Paulie and I mean, I love when baseball and football overlap, especially the postseason of baseball when the Giants are in it and the Niners are getting going. That's like some of the greatest time in professional sports.
Yeah, it is.
It's tough this year because the Giants aren't having as good of a year, but I do have faith in the 49ers. And we can talk about Marquez Valdes-Scantling becoming a new 49er.
We will.
Fresh off Seattle. Seattle snipped him, and the Niners said, we'll take him. So it's like, okay, here we go. I was looking at his stats. They're underwhelming stats, but he is an added piece with experience, and I don't mind the signing, Paulie. I really don't.
I don't mind the signing either. We need the help, man. We freaking need the help. And on that note, while we're talking Niners, dude, John Lynch essentially dropped an anvil on Juwan Jennings' head today. He was talking to the reporters, he was talking to the press, and he said, somebody asked him, he goes, so what's the status of Juwan Jennings? Are you entertaining the idea of a trade? And John Lynch was like, no, we're not trading him. We've moved on from that. He's on the team. So he's going to be in a doghouse like we've never seen. I don't expect that we're going to see him week one, but that's why today's, bringing in Valdes-Scantling to me is a good move. You need the help. Get Sky Moore out there, see what he can do. Ricky Pearsall, there's a lot on his shoulders, but luckily, for real, George Kittle is always a safety valve. He's always a great option. I think George Kittle with the football in his hand is as dangerous as anybody in the NFL. I don't think they utilized him enough last year as a receiver because he was on so many blocking assignments. But when they involve him in the game plan with the ball in his hands, good things happen. Okay, other Niner news, Tony. I want to shout this out real quick. So our colleague, Greg Papa, who is undergoing a battle right now, a personal battle, and we're all wishing him well. We love you, G-Pops. If this gets back to you, man, get well soon. We miss you. We need you. We love you. Yep. But I have the list. It's interesting how the Niners, they released a press release today talking about the 5 different voices that will be filling in for Greg Papa this season. So we saw Guy Haberman doing some preseason stuff. They're also going to bring in Justin Allegri. He's the voice.
Allegri.
My bad. The voice of Cal football. He'll be doing a couple of games too. Dude, one of our old colleagues. This is so exciting. And we're going to have him on the show tomorrow. Troy Clarity, bro. He's the guy we used to work with. Troy, Rod Brooks, myself, Tony, Darren Chan. We all worked together in the 90s. In fact, I think Troy was a producer on the Brooks and Paulie show for a while.
Yep.
Back in like 97, 98. So anyway, Troy Clarity, Carlos Ramirez will be doing a game. And then lastly, Jack Smith. So they're bringing in 5 different voices to fill in for Greg Papa. I wish all of them well. And did you talk to Troy today? Because I know you booked him for the show tomorrow.
I did. Yeah, I reached out to Troy. I said, dude, first of all, congrats, man. You deserve it because he does.
Yeah.
And he does Stanford football as well. And he's damn good at Stanford football. And he does national broadcasts too for collegiate football. And he's done some NFL football as well. So he's in the booth for Niner ball. And so I reached out to him. I said, can you come on tomorrow? And he was like, of course, I'll come on whenever you want me. So he said, and he was very excited. And he was like, dude, first of all, he's like, I love the fact that we're going to be visual because he's not used to it either. He's a radio guy, right? It's a radio. So he's like, hey, man, I'll get decked out. You know how Troy likes to talk. He goes, I'll get decked out in my best suit. I'm like, don't worry about that. But I said, it'll be a great conversation. He's very excited to come on. And I said, hey, he was like, hey, I'm just now starting to dive into the Niner roster and the Niner because I've been studying Stanford football and college football so much. I said, Troy, don't worry about it. We want to celebrate your career and talk about how you got into the booth as well. So it's going to be a fun conversation with Troy tomorrow at 11:30.
So happy for him, dude. He's a really, really good guy. I wish him all the best. So we'll have him on tomorrow at 11:30. Tony, a couple other Niner notes real quick. The Patriots reportedly are releasing Kendrick Bourne, and the Niners are already interested. Obviously, they missed on Amari Cooper, but I would be happy to take Kendrick Bourne back on our roster if they can somehow work that out. I would be all in on that. Did you hear the news about Kendrick Bourne, and how does that strike you?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm totally down. And I know that there's like a mutual love between Shanahan and Bourne. So I got nothing against that. I mean, hey, dude, the whole Jennings thing has put us in this position, right?
Yeah, and Jennings, you know what, dude? You can stand on the sidelines and watch the Niners play football. Let me just remind everybody who is feeling sympathetic for Juwan Jennings, if there are any of you, I am not feeling sympathetic for him or this so-called plight that he, created himself. Juwan Jennings signed a 2-year deal worth $15.3 million. Tony, 1 year ago in May of 2024. He already wants a new deal. Bro, you just signed a $15 million deal. Anyway, I've had it with this. I've had it with all the distractions and Juwan Jennings and trade. You know what, dude? We're not trading you. You don't want to play ball? Stand on the sideline, throw a visor on and watch the game. Cause I've had it with these guys, these disgruntled Niners who are already getting paid 7.5 a year. Come on, man.
You didn't include the incentives either, dude. Like he can make another $4 million in incentives this year. So he can make up to $12 million in almost $12 million in incentives this year. But he's hurting himself every game he doesn't play for hitting those incentives. So it's going to be very interesting to see what's up. By the way, rookie cornerback Upton Stout, who was having a great camp until he got hurt. By the way, his calf was hurt, but guess who was back on the practice field today? Guess whose calf was all better? Upton Stout. So I don't want to hear it about the calf anymore. I don't want to hear it about.
You want to hear about Juwan Jennings and his desire to get a bag?
Yes. Just
no. You know what I mean? No, I don't either. I'm just kidding. I'm trying to make you laugh. Yeah.
So, well, you did actually, but I'm so tired of this story, and it's a manufactured story by him and his agent, and I'm just sick of it, man. I had a great chat with my dad today, and he was like, Tony, I hope you understand. I hope this reiterates how lucky you were to grow up with people like Joe Montana and Steve Young and Ronnie Lott. And he listed a bunch of players that didn't have this type of mentality of just me. I don't care about the team. I don't care about like that. I'm missing a month of practice, a month plus of practice. I need to get my bag. Like he said, that type of player for the most part is gone.
I'll give you a bag. I'll give you a D bag. How's that sound? You know what I'm saying? And by the way, let's just be fair. I want to be fair because it's not like the glory days with the Niners in the 80s. It's not like they never had any, contract disputes. They did. They definitely did. Like I remember, for example, Ronnie Lott holding out. I remember he held out once. He was in a contract dispute with Eddie D. Eddie D didn't want to give him any more money. Here's the difference. In my mind, here's the difference between players like the guys you mentioned, Montana, Lott, Roger Craig, Jerry Rice, John Taylor. I mean, the list is endless. You guys know the names. I mean, they won 5 Super Bowls, but the difference to me is these were champions. These were guys that had climbed the mountaintop multiple times. And they're saying, hey, man, give me something for my efforts. I've done the heavy lifting. Now I want the reward.
Yep.
Juwan Jennings hasn't done jack S. I'm sorry. He had a good year last year, but dude, that's all. You've had one good season, bro. You got to put in some work in the NFL. We're not going to drop bundles of money on your head because you feel like you're worth more. Go out there and show me. For real. Go tell me. In radio, you don't walk into the general manager's office and be like, hey, I think I'm really good. Double my salary. You know what I mean? You got to put in work. You got to show ratings. You got to show that you can be successful. So for me, the whole Juwan Jennings things has officially, jumped the shark, for lack of a better term. I'm done with it. John Lynch is done with it. I will give you one piece of good Niner news with a quick interruption. Hold on one second. Let me get the principal voice. Giants update, ladies and gentlemen. Chapman has just hit his solo home run. Giants now winning 11-3 going into the 8th inning. Thank you. Report back to class. Okay. Anyway, Tony, good news. Good Niner news right here. Dominic Pooney is trending in the right direction. John Lynch said we might be able to see him on week 1, which would be huge. Pooney, it was such a big piece last year, and having him on the field makes a big difference. So hopefully he will be good. There's some good news as we leave the Niner segment, Tony.
More good news too. Gross Matos is trending to be back week 1 too, and that'd be have that edge rusher to kind of work in tandem with Mykel Williams. That would be great, right? Because Mykel Williams is a rookie, right? So we got to remember that. So he's going to have that I don't know. He's going to be a raw player week 1 or the first few weeks of the season. So it's good to have him back. He was activated off the PUP list, and then also Jordan James back on the field. I know that he's number 4 in the depth chart, but I like this kid, and I hope that he gets a few reps a game, because I like this kid and the way he runs, and he's back on the field. So it was nice to have Jordan James back, Upton Stout back, Pooney hopefully back week 1, Gross Matos hopefully back week 1, and Valdes-Scantling is now a Niner, Sky Moore. So like you said, Paulie, and James Lazat, I saw it on the chat. It made me laugh. He goes, Jennings can kick rocks.
Yeah. Even though when you've lost John Joseph, you've lost the room. Here's John Joseph. We all saw Juwan Jennings have his ultimate game in the Super Bowl. He did. He had a good game against the Chiefs. And still didn't lead us to victory. We need to cut bait and go young. Bro, I don't disagree at this point. I've just had it with guys that are miserable and unhappy to be part of the 49ers. Bro, you want your money? Go earn it. Go show us that you're worth that. Again, one decent year is not enough. I'm sorry.
And Paulie, before we get to stellar design here in a second, to your point about those Niners that, like, for instance, the Ronnie Lott holdout, they had a ring. Like you said, they had a ring. And also they didn't, after a barely above average year, 17-game season, he had 77 catches for 975 yards and 6 touchdowns. 975 yards and 6 touchdowns. That's a good year.
It's a good year. It's good. Yeah.
But do that again. Play out your contract and have that same type of year or a little bit better of a year. Then you can go to the table and say, pay me.
Right.
But dude, you've lost my respect, man. Really.
And dude, you ain't Trent Williams. You ain't Nick Bosa, bro. You're not a game-changing kind of talent. Those guys are. Those guys, like, listen, I wasn't psyched when Trent Williams held out. I wasn't psyched when Nick Bosa held out. But again, these guys are marquee talents. They are worthy of very heavy salaries. So it's okay. Like, that's part of the business. But Juwan Jennings is not in that category. He's just not. So, you know what I mean?
Great update. Great. Do you like that? Great update. That was Chapman's 200th home run, by the way, career home run. Thank you, Robot Center, or the Robot Center Sports Desk, chiming in. That was Chapman's 200th home run. So congrats to Chappie. We got Chappie for 5 more years. So hopefully we get more of that in the next 5 years because we got him for a long time.
We're going to have Chappie endeavors for quite a long time. All right, guys, let's talk about Peralta Arts or Stellar Design, rather, and then we will then I want to get into the recap from last night before we end the show. Tony, let us get into it. Oh, we are doing Peralta Arts. My bad. Okay, Peralta Arts. This is our friend Don Peralta. You guys got to hang out with him last night. An incredible talent. And let's meet Peralta Arts and Company. This is where graphic design, illustration, music, and pop culture, they all collide. Kind of like this show. It's why it's such a good fit with us. Don Peralta's work. So Peralta Arts is a full spectrum creative studio. Tony specializing in bold graphics, vibrant illustration, visual storytelling, and carrying forward the spirit and legacy of the legendary Bay Area artists. Think about striking posters, iconic album covers, immersive event branding, and a unique artistic perspective. They channel pop culture, music, and the energy within our community into every single project they do. We're talking about logos, posters, fine art, brand visuals that celebrate Bay Area culture, kind of like the poster that he made for last night. Tony, go ahead.
Well, dude, Don Peralta he is a man of many talents, but dude, he says that your story deserves bold visuals. Peralta Arts and Company brings them alive with Bay Area soul. If you want to contact Peralta Arts and bring your vision to life, you can contact Dom and Peralta Arts at peraltaartsco@gmail.com or Dominic@stellar.design. And you can text or call Dom anytime. And he stresses anytime. And he is a night owl like Paulie and I. So he is up late. 650-796-3144. 650-796-3144. And Paulie, while we're doing this, I want to share a couple things that Dom has done recently. And it's badass work from the hands of Dom. Look at, there's Stevie Ray Vaughan right there. Stevie Ray Vaughan. I mean, that's Dom Peralta. That's just.
Well, it's important to mention this. I mean, the Stevie Ray Vaughan tribute is especially appropriate today because, sadly, this is the day that Stevie Ray Vaughan passed away back in 1990. This was the year of his helicopter crash, so it's a good night to show that piece of work. He's also got the Metallica poster 2nd edition. That Grateful Dead cheer card is on sale right now, so you can pick those up in the merch booth if you want to grab some of those, or at our by clicking the merch on the Polymac Particle page on YouTube. You can find all the merchandise that's available there. Thank you, Dom, for that, and nice tribute to Stevie Ray Vaughan right there. Shout out, couldn't stand the weather. Big fan.
Here's the Grateful cheer card that he made, and it came out so great. It's just the skill of Don Peralta. And then there's the new logo and the PMP Army logo, and then back to the Stevie Ray Vaughan. I just want to zoom in on this. Look at the attention to detail. If you scroll around, I mean, it's just incredible. So that's the artwork, and that is the skill of Don Peralta and Peralta Arts and Co. So really just get involved and get in touch with Dom. And you can call or text him at 650-796-3144.
Well done, and nice Stevie Ray tribute right there, man. Very nice. All right, Tony, quick recap of last night. I wanted to get into the mailbag, show off some of the pictures. I saw Sweet Matt Hatter was checking in earlier. Karen Bell too, saying they were disappointed they couldn't attend last night, but believe me, you guys were there in spirit, and this is not the last event. We're already thinking about the next one. I will announce right now in a very loose fashion that we are planning on doing like a big Christmas party, a big holiday season party. We don't have a location yet, but we're working on it. And when we have that news, we'll share it. And this is going to be like the big blowout of the year. I'm thinking maybe somebody gets arrested at this thing. You know what I mean, Tony? Let's like spice this up now. Last night was very PG rated. Next time I want to go R, like Tarantino R. You know what I mean? I'm kidding, sort of, kind of, but not really. All right. I do want to thank everybody who made the scene last night. For starters, Juan Santa Maria, brother. Let me a couple things on Juan Santa Maria, bro. The orange headband, the Bruce Lee jacket, dude. The Juan Santa Maria, the guy swept me off my feet last night. Stevie B, I wish I had more time to rap with you. We'll catch up, brother, but great to see you. Escobar the Third, Scarlet Fire, the Hum Daddies, Jake Lucas, his whole crew. Triple E, dude. Triple E hit the scene with his lovely girlfriend, Bhavna. Great to meet her. Sanchi in the McCovey jersey. How about Jeff Faust, dude? Jeff Faust and his great daughter from the Freestone Peaches. They hit the scene wearing the PMP shirt. That was killer. John Joseph, Stevie Groschel, Patty and Mikey, Ray and Noemi, James Lazat, Robot Centaur, Aaron Kask. Who am I forgetting, Tony? Stinking Badges, the Nutter. I don't want to leave anybody out. I think I got most of the list, but for those of you who I'm forgetting, it was just great to hang with everybody last night. I can't wait till we do it again, Tony.
Dude, I want to share some photos because there was great footage that was taken not just by myself, but by Dom, but by you, but by Patty, by James Lazat, some other people that sent in photos. If you can indulge me, Paulie, I'm going to get involved.
I'm looking forward to this. I've been waiting for this. Yeah, I'm psyched.
Yeah, some of the visual aids here. And by the way, this is not in chronological order, okay? So it's just kind of how they're popping up on the Google Drive. But here we go. This is at the yard, section 204, and that's Paulie on the left. That's Leah Phillips in the middle, and that's Carlos de la Fuente, Los D on the right, and Leah holding up the Polymac Particles / Grateful cheer card. So that's getting started. And on the bottom of the picture, Paulie, you can see there's one right there with the headband.
Yeah, totally, dude. I wish he was standing up so you could see the Bruce Lee jacket. But dude, the orange headband for life. I'm a big Santa Maria fan, bro. Big fan.
We'll get to Santa Maria later. That's also 415 West on the right in that picture too. So that's West. Right
yeah,
there.
That's right. 415 West. Totally. Good call, T. Yep.
So we're just going to keep going here. So next up. Oh, here we got a video. This is Steven. Steven sent this video. Steven from Longbridge Pizza. He does all of the digital media for Longbridge Pizza on their Instagram page. It's very entertaining. Follow them on Instagram, Longbridge Pizza. But Steven just put together this video real quick. Here we go. And stand by if it gets going here. And
I haven't seen it. I'm psyched.
Yeah, he just takes a good panoramic of the crowd. And it's not playing for some reason. That's wait, here we go. No,
it's loading. Yeah, give it a shot.
Oh, come on now. It was working earlier. Come on.
Play. Yeah.
No, we're not getting any love.
Can you reload it somehow? Is there a way you can like refresh or reload?
You know what I'll do is I'll try and download it. And then try and pull it up that way. I can't download anyway. That's fine. We'll come back to that. So that's downloading as we speak. We'll come back to that one. Now here, dude, this is the Cadillac that you guys saw on your travels back to the to Longbridge Pizza after the game, correct, Paulie?
Very mysterious caddy on 3rd Street. So it was myself, it was Carlos, Los D, De La Fuente, Escobar, Leah Phillips and Dami Peralta, and we're standing there waiting for the train to come pick us up. And Leah looks over and she goes, "You see what we got over here, boys? We got a caddy down. So I went over and looked in the car. I think it was like abandoned. They had a bottle. They had like a big oil can by the front tire, but it was all tricked out. If you see the rims and everything, yeah. So just shout out to the abandoned Cadillac on 3rd last night. That was just part of the end of the evening. Yeah.
Dude, adds to the mystique of the whole evening, man. And the fact that there was nobody there with the hood open is just amazing. So
yeah, wide open, just sitting there. Yeah.
It's a nice looking caddy too.
And we were saying, because Leah was like, well, maybe they went to a gas station. I'm like, well, they're going to have to, they got a nice little walk ahead of them because this thing was way down on Third. There's no gas stations over there. I'm like, these guys are going to be walking for a while. But anyway, yeah, that was like at the end of the night. Yeah.
I'm hoping that they found a Lime scooter because it would have gotten to their destination quicker.
Right.
So next up, Paulie, we have got, here's a good shot of just us chilling in section 204. You got Los D on the right. You've got Corinne's nephew, Mike, right there with the SF shirt with the shades on. You got Jeff Faust and his daughter, Ellen, right next to him. And you've got Vicky right there next to you see Vicky on the left.
And that's Vicky, her friend Gus. That was Gus on the left. Good hanging out with Gus. Good talking to Vicky last night. And there's Santa Maria again getting involved with the headband, dude. Santa Maria right behind Vicky, just getting his mug into the mix. And Jeff Faust, yeah.
And then you see at the very top suit. Sorry, Paul. This thing's got a mind of its own at times. See Sanchi at the top there.
Yeah,
there he goes, dude. So, anyways, that's just we're gonna keep moving here.
And by the way, Los D, all business in that picture, all freaking business.
That's why I love that, man. Seriously, look, it's incredible.
I love you for wearing the poncho, the blanket last night, dude. That takes some balls. Look at this kid sitting there with his. That's an amazing look, dude.
That thing is so comfortable. I recommend it to everybody.
Yeah.
It's unisex. It's so comfortable. It's got a front pouch if you need to put your hands in there or any other collectibles that you might have. This is at the end of the night, and this is back at Longbridge, and that is Paulie and Leah and Neil and Dom and myself and Los Diaz. We're wrapping up the night. That was a great wrap of the night as we're shutting down Longbridge.
And hold on one sec. If you can go back real quick. Sorry, I want to thank Escobar the third because he gave me a bottle of that Gold Bar whiskey. Thank you so much for that, Escobar. And that the box is so snazzy. It's all shiny and gold, and Joe Montana's on the box and everything. So there it is. Thank you so much for that, Escobar. That will be consumed in good health and good spirits. So thank you, brother, for that. That was awesome.
Paulie, at the Metallica show, that's where we were drinking that out in the parking lot before the show. Well, like we were in there with Vicky. Here's Leah and I when we arrived, because halfway down my Lime scooter ride, I pass these people. I wasn't looking because I was focused on my route. And then all of a sudden I hear this, Tony. And then I stop and I turn around and it was Leah and Escobar. And gosh, I feel like it was a few others. I can't remember who else, but it was Leah and Escobar for sure. And Leah says, "Can I jump on?" And I said, "You know what? If you hold on tight and make sure you're safe, then we'll do it." And she did. And she got on and we cruised the rest of the way to
by the way, shout out to your like kind of Marilyn Monroe moment with your dress blowing up there. Like the wind is blowing Tony's little skirt up right there. I love it, dude. I love it.
Thing was so comfortable. I can't emphasize enough of the comfort. There's a good shot of Los, myself, and Dom in section 204, and that's in mid game, and we were feeling the vibes for sure. This is Patty and Mike, Patty from Napa and Mikey. They were there, and thank you for the effort for coming down from Napa, Patty and Mikey. They took a pedicab on the way back from the stadium, and this is their driver. And they took a picture of their driver and sent it to me. So that's cool. So that's their driver. Actually, the pedicab is a fun ride. This is inside Longbridge, Paulie. This is when we toasted the crowd. Yeah, this is a good shot. We were toasting the crowd, and that was when we just started. That's when the party got started. Had a nice toast in the back room. By the way, that's the back room that you can rent out if you want to have a private party at Longbridge.
Great call.
All right. Keep going. Oh, there's Neil Donardi, speak of the devil. And look at the dog patch hat on Neil Donardi, by the way.
Neil rules, man. I can't say enough good things about Neil Donardi. Just the man. Like there's the pizza side of him, but then there's just the human being. Neil is just I can't say enough good things. I'm a big fan of Neil. The great vibe at all times. And look at Dommy, dude. Dom was having a great time last night, man. Well, it was great. Everybody had a great time. It was a really fun night.
Great smiles. And also, again, just to reiterate, Paulie, these events, these nights don't happen with the tireless effort and the generosity of people like Neil and Dom and Carlos.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly right. The three people we really want to thank primarily for last night are right here. Dom Peralta, Neil Donardi, and Carlos De La Fuente. Los D from Flex Funding. He put a lot of this together too. So it was those three guys really were the ones who made this whole evening possible. So thank you to all of you guys. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. And moving on. Oh, this is great. This is Bonnie, aka Scarlet Fire. And the best is people were like, she would say, "Hi, I'm Bonnie. And I'm like, oh, nice to meet you, Bonnie, because I was with her for a few conversations. And then she's like, well, I also go by Scarlet Fire, and people are like, oh, you're Scarlet Fire.
Yeah.
This is great. So this is her doing a commercial that Steven had her do for the Scarlet Fire hot sauce that they sell at Longbridge. And
Nice.
Channel Paulie, where he just goes.
Hey there, I'm at Longbridge Pizza, which is sort of the clubhouse for the PMP Army, and I got myself some Scarlet Fire hot sauce, which is some of the most delicious, most jamming, most free-flowing hot sauce there is. So this is Scarlet Fire telling you to get your hands on some Scarlet Fire hot sauce.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Scarlet Fire, you're hired. You're hired. That was you knocked it out of the park, man. That was really good. This is Scarlet Fire here for Scarlet Fire hot sauce, man. Very nice. And by the way, one more time, just for the record books, Tony, the highlight of the 3-day Grateful Dead 60th celebration in Golden Gate Park a couple of weeks ago, Scarlet Fire was the highlight of the entire weekend. A 31-minute version, bro. The Anastasio and John Mayer going face to face, just chucking licks around. It was really impressive. So Scarlet Fire, you picked the right handle. I'm a big fan too.
you know, it's so funny. She talked to me about that, and she goes, you know, Tony, I've always been like on the periphery with Fish and with Trey Anastasio, and she goes, but that Scarlet Fire that Trey was involved in on Sunday, she goes,
he knows what he's doing. Yeah, Anastasio knows what he's doing. He does. He knows what's up.
Oh, God, yeah. So next up, oh, here we go. There's Rod Brooks in the house with Carlos De La Fuente and Paulie in the middle right there. See that, boys?
That's when we were talking Sabbath right there. Right. That was like a brief interruption from our sabotage conversation. And Brooksy was so excited to have discovered like the splendors of Sabotage. And I told him, I go, you know what, dude? Fact of the matter is that for a long time, that was my favorite Black Sabbath album. Like I was Sabotage #1 for years and years. Now I think I'm more of a Volume 4 guy. I don't know. I mean, there's no wrong choice. Tony, if I had to ask you right now, point blank, favorite Sabbath album, go.
Oh, God. Master Reality is always going to be my #1.
Yeah, you're consistent. You've been saying that for like 25 years. Yeah.
You know what I've been listening to a lot lately is Technical Ecstasy, which
Good for you. Little rock and roll doctor, man. Hell yeah.
love, dude. Love. Saint Vitus dance.
No, that's Volume 4. Saint Vitus dance. That's Volume 4. Yeah.
Or you're right. But I've been listening to Technical Ecstasy, and I'm like, God, Ozzy still sounds really freaking good on this album. But anyways, so that's and by the way, the beautiful thing about this section 204, there's no Cubs fans in this section. It was all Giants fans because there were Cubs fans around us, but not in our section. It was great. Paulie, here's back in the room, and sorry about that. So, geez, sorry.
You're good, man. You're good.
Hang on. Oh, yeah, it's coming up good. We're back in the room. Okay, let me get back to that. Yeah. And then here's us in the room again. And we're toasting, we're cheersing, and we're a good crowd. By the way, Stevie B right there in the Giants Hawaiian shirt right there.
Yeah.
And then next is look at the group shot.
That's frame worthy, man. That really is. There's the family portrait right there.
Yep. I mean, that's just you got Leah and you got Ray Goodman out on the left there. You've got
Santa Maria, dude, front and center. Santa Maria, orange shirt, orange headband, just holding it down, bro. Right next to Corinne. Yeah.
You got stinking badges, man. You've got Richard De Leon and his son David right there. And
you got Noemi flanking Corinne. And by the way, Noemi came with her hot sauces last night, dude. She had the mango, she had the whole thing. She had the green apple, she had all the varieties. It was killer.
Oh, dude. So, and the next one is a video of doing the photo. So check this out.
Cool.
All right, folks. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Isn't that great, dude?
By the way, couple quick things. Let's do some producing on the air, Tony. I'm going to need you to cut the PMP chant and load it on your board, dude. Let's use that PMP chant. PMP. That was an organic PMP chant. And by the way, you guys are all PMP. It's us. It's everybody. It ain't just me and Tony. It's all of you guys, man. It's a group effort, and everybody in this frame is under the PMP umbrella. I was so, what a night, man. What a freaking great night. Look at John Joseph right up front, too, chucking the devil horns, man.
I'm trying to get to the next one. Hang on a second, Pete. Hang on.
You're good.
Let me see. There we go. All right, now we go to the. Oh, dude, this is Fareed, Robot Centaur, and Mrs. Robot Centaur. They went to Bob's Donuts, late night donuts after the game, and he sent a picture saying, "Dude, we just had dessert. We just had our nightcap. It was Bob's Donuts." So he sent a picture of the donut box. That was tip of the cap to Bob's Donuts last night.
Great choice. Great choice. That was Fareed who did that, Robot Centaur?
Yep.
Yeah, no, great choice, man. That's Bob's is the best donut shop in town, hands down, bar none, no question.
You're damn right. You're damn right. Then I handed off the beach robe to Dom. I said, Dom, because he really, really liked it. And he's like, dude, that thing's incredible.
Yeah.
And I go, Dom, put it on, and then put it on. And in the words of Mike Damone, you won't regret it. And dude, he loved it. So I'm gonna order Dom one of those bad boys. But yeah, he looks pretty natural in one of those things.
He looks amazing, dude. He looks amazing. Yeah.
There we go. And there you go, Paulie, for you. That's for you.
Nice. There he is, dude. Juan Santa Maria, dude. I mean, that's if we had like a wardrobe award, he would have won last night, dude. The Bruce Lee. Look at that jacket, dude. And it wasn't just for show.
No.
He started dropping Bruce Lee knowledge on me. He's like, "What are you into Fist of Fury? You like Enter the Dragon?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. I mean, I like all that." So he's dude. He's all in, dude. Juan Santa Maria. I couldn't get enough last night. He won me over.
Dude, between Greg, we don't need no stinking badges, and Juan Santa Maria, those two were decked out. And
yeah, badges too. That's a great call. I can't leave him out, dude, with the vests. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That's a nice shot. Yeah.
Bonnie and I took that. We took it. We sent it to a mutual friend of ours, Chris Delaney, who we know and love. And Chris's son plays baseball with Bonnie's son. So we thought we'd send a note. There's me and Los D, and that's Sacred Heart. He's wearing a Sacred Heart Cathedral sweatshirt, and I'm wearing my SI baseball hat, and we're rivals, but we're saying that we can all hug it out and come together at the end of the day. We're bitter rivals, not really, actually really good buds. So wanted to share that picture. That was Los's idea. It's like, dude,
I think I took that picture. I think I'm the one who took that shot, I believe.
Oh, really? Yeah, because he's like, bring your SI, bring an SI hat or shirt, and I'm gonna bring my SH sweatshirt. So there you go. And then, this is Hacksaw Montana, and this is Hacksaw Montana and his daughter Anna, and they're on the train on their way up. And he sent this to me. He's like, dude, we planned to get to Longbridge, but we couldn't do it because of work and school and whatever. But here we are on the train. We'll see you at the ballpark. And then they got to the yard, and they were very pumped to get there. So
Hacksaw, dude, thanks for making the trip last night. Great to meet your daughter. And dude, one of my favorite handles on the entire show, Hacksaw Montana. Two of my favorite Niners of all time, and probably yours too. So great choices, man.
Now this was taken by John, the guy who was the building manager that Neil where Longbridge Pizza resides. John is that big dude. He runs the whole building. He saw this fan inside the game last night and took the picture and sent it around. Some dude showed up as Mike Ditka for a Giants-Cubs baseball game.
So I found out apparently, Tony, that guy right there made it onto the broadcast last night. Like Kruk and Kipe had the camera on him and they were talking about him. Mike Kruk was like, "Hey, Mike Ditka's here." You know what I mean? "Hey, Kipe, Mike Ditka's here." You know, like that in that Kruk delivery. So yeah, that guy, but that's fully committing to your character, by the way. Hey, we do have a final score, by the way. Giants 12, Cubs 3. They're just kicking the Cubs' ass. By the way, the finale of the series will be tomorrow, 12:45, first pitch. Logan Webb on the hill. Couldn't ask for anything better than that. Let's sweep their asses, man. Let's sweep them.
And that's 4 straight, buddy. And it could have been 5 straight if it wasn't for Contreras' walk-off home run. So.
And it's not. And on top of that, Tony, you know what else is nice? It's nice to see the Giants playing good baseball at home after they struggled so much. I mean, they had that stretch where they couldn't win at home, and it seems like they've turned that around. And tonight, just exploding. So 3 games under 500, but I'll take it, dude. Just keep playing good ball. All right, who we got here, T?
This is Eric Jones and his brother and myself. And Eric I've known for years, and he's come to my horseshoe tournament every year, and he couldn't make it this year for the first time in like 10 years. And then it turns out that Eric is a buddy of Carlos de la Fuentes.
Oh,
and
that's right. Yes, that's right. Yeah, those guys, by the way, talk about size, dude. Carlos only hangs out with like grizzly bears, dude. Carlos is like, if you want to be my friend, you got to be at least 6'2", 350. Then we can maybe talk. Because, dude, these guys, look at the size on these guys, man.
It was incredible, man. But I walked in, I'm like, "What are you doing here?" And he goes, "Dude, my buddy Carlos is here." I thought, and then I'm like, "This is insane particles, small world factor." So anyways, shout out to the Jones brothers right there. It was great to see them. All right, Paulie. Neil did this and he sent it to me, and I'm just gonna let it roll. And you
Yeah, I
can,
don't know what this is. I haven't seen any of this. I love it. Oh, I see him. Here he comes. Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, Neil. Go Giants.
You be careful on that thing.
Look at this kid. You're scaring. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't really know what to say. I will say this. I got compliments on dude. You look 100 times better than that jackass in the hoodie, bro. The
Yeah.
fact that you rode down 3rd Street in your poncho it takes some nards, man. So my hat's off to you.
All right.
You're getting barked at. I love it, dude. It would have been funny if the dog lunged at you. You upset that dog. Back that up a little bit. I want to see that dog's reaction again.
Giants.
You be careful on that thing.
All right.
Yeah, that dog was coming after you. That dog was like, get off my block, man. He wants a piece. The dog wants a piece of Tony. By the way, there's no cars on the road. That's a very bizarre video. It's almost like we staged it.
See, and there's a scootering buddy coming right behind me. You bang it right on 20th, and bang your first left, and you go along the waterfront.
A scootering buddy. Is that what you just said? A scootering buddy? Okay, all right.
All right, here we go. Dude, great shot of Neil Dinardi and Carlos De La Fuente up in the club level, man. Just a great shot. Look at those two smiles, man.
Yeah.
Guys. And dude, Carlos holding a chopped cheese in his hand. Right.
Yeah, nice.
So good. And look at Neil's shirt. No place like home, dude. How great is that, man?
Yeah.
Great shirt. And then look at this. Look at Escobar and Robot Centaur and Neil right there. That's a great shot. I'm going to send that to Escobar for sure. So Escobar showed up in like a suit and tie, or not a tie, but like a suit,
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, dude. He goes, don't worry, I'm going to change. I'm like, actually, I don't want you to change, man. You look amazing. And then he was like Superman. Then he goes to the bathroom, changes, it comes out, and has got this getup. I'm like, okay.
I got to tell you the truth, Tony. There was a little bit of puff give going on last night between Escobar and myself, and we enjoyed it. Look at that guy, dude. How do you not love it? Yeah, Centaur. Dude, there's 3 all-stars right there. 3 starting all-stars on the PMP Familia lineup, dude. Great shot. Great shot. I think, in fact, go back to John. Let me see John Joseph real quick. Go to the next one. Let me see. Yeah.
James Lazat. That's James Lazat on the bottom left, and then John Joseph and Escobar right there. It's a great shot.
Yeah, it is.
And then I think that's Carlos's buddy Daryl with the I think it's a Japanese Tokyo Giant.
It might be Korean. I'm not sure. Sure.
Maybe that's true. That's a good call. But
Yeah.
anyway, good shot from James Lazat, and then here's James Lazat with you and Dom Peralta at Longbridge.
Yeah.
James was having a great time, and then here are the Lazats, Mr. and Mrs. Lazat.
They were great, dude. Special shout out to the Lazats. The both of them had so much good energy coming off them. Dude, great to meet you and hang, James, and your lovely wife. That was great. They were awesome.
Yes, totally agree, man. And they're repping the Polymac Particle cheer card right there. That's the handiwork of Don Peralta and Peralta Arts and Co. And then, I wanted to share this because, this is Sanchi. Sanchi, I saw him taking this photo. He had Noemi's Lady Catalina hot sauce, the green apple hot sauce, and he was taking a picture. He was getting artsy with it, and it had the field in the background and Oracle Park in the background, and there's the hot sauce, so it's like
you got to put that shot in like Noemi's first catalog when she develops her first catalog of merchandise and hot sauce. By the way, Noemi, here's an idea for you and Ray, whoever wants to do this. I swear to God, I love that logo so much. If you guys put that on t-shirts, I would definitely buy a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how cool of a logo. That's a really good logo. I don't know who designed that for you, but it's my compliments. And if you guys ever want to merchandise hats or t-shirts, you should talk to Dami Peralta because he knows how to do it. And you got a customer right here. I love the hot sauce, and I would definitely rep it with a t-shirt. Anyway, carry on. That's
so
all.
good. And that hot sauce is the bomb, by the way.
It really is. I haven't tried the mango yet. I've had that's Mikey and Patty and yours truly right there. Yeah, dude, special shout out to Mikey. You know what I mean? Mikey just holding it down last night, and Patty was having a great time. It was fun to hang with both of those guys.
Mikey, it's just all love. It's all love with them, and so it's great to see them. And thank you for the photo, Patty. She sent these in, and then there's me and Mikey. And I had never met Mikey before, so that was our first time hanging, man. So
Mikey's a gangster. Mikey's quiet, but he's a gangster. Trust me, I can tell.
Look at the big smile on his face, man. Sipping that good beer that you can find at Longbridge too. So, thanks for sending those in, Patty. And then, here we go. This is a video.
This is like the Rags video. Yeah.
So they got Rags, and they made a video to send to Rags. Just here we go.
Rags, hey buddy.
Yeah. We're here.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna turn you around. Or can we turn you around?
I don't know. I don't think you can.
I think I started this way. It's
I think
not
you started
this
this way.
Okay. So there's everybody.
Hell yeah.
There's Polly. Hey, Polly. Polly, say hi to Rags.
Rags?
Say hi to Rags.
What up, Rags?
I'm making a video for you.
Come on, man.
Rags! I'm mad at you. You shouldn't be here.
You're in trouble, Rags.
I have
You're in
nothing
trouble.
else to say.
We miss you, Rags. We wish you were here.
There we
Couple
go.
great things. You know what this video really reveals, Tony, is how utterly deaf I am. Because like I hear like Bonnie going, Polly. There's like no reaction at all. I didn't even hear it. I heard nothing until somebody else suddenly I heard somebody say they're talking to Rags, and I was like, "Oh, Rags," but I couldn't hear you. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. I'm deaf. Oh, go ahead.
Good. And this is from today. Lily Merchant sent this in today, and she said, "We were so sad not to be able to make it last night, but we went to Longbridge today to enjoy a chicken parm sandwich, buddy."
Yeah, Lily. I don't know if you're on the board tonight, but we did. We missed you, Lily, and we missed your whole crew. I'm glad you went to Longbridge today. They talk about purveyors of good vibes. Lily Merchant and her crew are they're special. And yeah, we miss you too. But you know what, Lily? Come to the next one because we're going to do more of this kind of stuff. So we'll see you next time. That's a great shot.
Isn't that a great shot? And I love that's our final shot. And I love that that's today. She's like, hey, we couldn't be there last night where we went to Longbridge today. And then look at the chicken parm too. Like, you know, if you really look at that.
Stacking them up, dude. He's stacking cutlets now. You know what I mean? Not just a single cutlet. Let's stack them up 2 at a time. By the way, speaking of cutlets, you see your boy Tommy DeVito got picked up by who picked him up? Was it somebody picked him up today? Shoot. Who picked up DeVito from the Giants, you guys? Was it the Patriots? I think it was the Patriots. Yeah, New England Patriots picked him up. So Tommy Cutlets is no longer a New York Giant, for those of you keeping track at home. Yes. Great name, Tommy Cutlets. I do like the nickname, I got to say.
You are correct, man. It is to the Patriots, Tommy Cutlets. So he can still stay on the East Coast and have some cutlets out there.
Totally. He can stay on the East Coast, eat some pizza, go back and forth. All right, you guys, listen, we want to say thank you again to Dom Peralta. Thank you again to Carlos De La Fuente, Los D, and of course, Neil Donardi and Andre and Steven and everybody down at Longbridge. You went above and beyond, all of you, for accommodating us at Longbridge. Dom, for all the work you put into last night. And then, of course, Carlos for just being the kind of one of the hosts of the evening, really, being front and center and taking on any and all questions last night. And I hope you had some good conversations, Losty. I really do. Thank you. Thank you guys all very much. It was a huge success, and we'll definitely do more of those. Tony's totally down. I'm totally down, and they're going to keep coming. So we're planning the next one right now. When we have something concrete, we'll let you know. So just a review real quick before we say goodbye. Want to say, music assignment tomorrow, songs about work, songs about your occupation, songs about your boss, whatever it is, the grind of, commuter life. There's a lot of great songs out there. I don't want to reveal mine, but I got a good one already picked out. So we'll see you tomorrow at 11. I want to thank Longbridge Pizza one more time. Neil Donardi, the Vibe Tribe down there, Andre, Steven, you guys are your family. At this point, you guys were all family. So thank you, Longbridge. 2347 3rd Street. Lily Merchant had the chicken parm today. You guys should try it next Wednesday. It's worth it. Every bite is amazing. Do stop by and join the Vibe Tribe. Then, of course, we want to thank Stellar Design and Peralta Arts. Don Peralta getting it done. For your next event, for your next project, if you need bold visuals, Peralta Arts and Company will bring them to life with Bay Area Soul. Do contact Peralta Arts and bring your next project to life. Reminder, Stevie Ray Vaughan is now available. The Metallica poster, 2nd edition, and the Grateful Cheer card, all available from Dom in the merchandise booth. So do stop by. If you want to reach out to Dom, it's peraltaartsco@gmail.com or dominic@stellar.design. And then, of course, you can call Dommy anytime, 650-796-3144. Thank you, Dom, so much. All right, Tony, final words, man. You take us home tonight, buddy.
Paulie, only because I promised. Well, there's many reasons why we're going to end the show with this, because we were going to get to it Tuesday, but then we had Michael Nash and we had the hiccups with Michael Nash, and then he finally came on and we had a great chat with him at Sound Summit, and we're very excited for Sound Summit coming.
By the way, sorry, Tony, real quick, before I screw this up. Special announcement, we will be giving away a pair of tickets to Sound Summit tomorrow. So tune in Tomorrow, Sound Summit will be, and I'm still cupping my hands, I can't help it. 9/13, September 13th, 2 Saturdays, the Mountain Theater on Mount Tam. We've got your tickets tomorrow, so do tune in for your chance to win. Tony, carry on.
First of all, well, I'm going to get to a super first before we end the night on an Escobar tilt. But Stevie B, Steve Bisecchio, thank you for the supers, brother. He says, loved the we don't need no stinking badges approach. No name tags, just organic vibes to intro/meet everyone. Speaks volumes to this group. And Stevie and I talked about that in the chair, about in the seats at Oracle in section 204, about how exactly what he's saying, man, that people embraced each other, people approached each other, and there was no wall to break down, there was no weirdness, it was just great old-fashioned organic conversation and hanging out. Like it was just, and I look forward to our next hang and our next hang and our next hang, because if last night's any indication, we're going to continue to have a blast every time we all hang out. So Paulie and I have said this so many times. Paulie and I had a great chat today about we are so lucky. And it takes the whole, I hope I don't.
No, it's hard. I feel you, Tony. It is. It's hard to find the words, but we are freaking humbled by you guys, man. And we're all in this together. And you guys are a great part of the reason why somebody like Cron 4 would reach out to us. Like, they see the audience, they see the passion, and they're like, we want to be a part of it. We want to bring that over here. So that kind of the win we have with Cron 4 is a win for all of you guys too, because without you guys, we wouldn't be a Cron 4 and we wouldn't have the sponsors we have. So thank each and every one of you guys. Tony, I feel you loud and clear, bro.
And a couple things I see on the chat. Los D, I loved the sugar egg puff that he brought from Koi Palace. Los D went to the dim sum place in Daly City that we were talking about and got a sugar egg puff dessert and brought it to Longbridge yesterday, and we feasted on it, man. If anybody's in Daly City, go to Koi Palace, because this is Los's recommendation, and dude, it was the bomb. Thank you, Los. You're the man. And then Robot Centaur says it was a quality hang at the game, and that kind of puts it in a nutshell. And having Brooksy there, he's one of the family, and it was great to have Rod there. And so it was such a wonderful day. And I don't know, Paulie, I didn't wear my glove tonight, so I apologize. Maybe we'll do
sweatband too. Shoot. And it's right here. Let me band up for the final moments here. Hold on. All right, now I got the Brent Main here. Brent Main sweatband is in the house. I forgot, but yes, let's finish up strong here. Yeah.
And there's only 2 more things I want to get to. I know Pine Needle's watching, and Pine Needle, Paulie, you haven't heard. I don't know if you've heard this version of the Tony One glove, but I want to play you a different version, because we have the rock and metal version, right? But listen to this. So stand by.
The mystery guy who keeps you laughing as he charms the mic. He coaches sports, running off to the game, getting back in time to put respect on his name. It's a perfect match, Paulie Mac. 2 brothers in a pod giving the army all its props. It's a crazy show with deadhead vibes, where people write comments, keeping the chat room alive. They love pizza, they love good gigs, they love the Bay Area and all its splendor. Tony One Glove in his beach robe, holding down half of one hell of a show. Paulie No Gloves is a legend on his own, and he'll gladly puff on most things that are grown to. Family guys keeping us entertained, great times, great dudes, and look great. PMP Army to boot.
Hell
I mean, dude, isn't that fantastic? That's the work of Pine Needle, dude. That is
Pine Needle is ready for the Billboard Top 40. I'm telling you right now, it's better than Taylor Swift. And by the way, congrats to all of us for not even talking about them tonight. Pine Needle, I'm blown away, dude. We should jam. We should definitely jam at some point. And Ray Goodman, we'll get a whole PMP band going here. And dude, the lyric, Paulie is happy to puff on anything organic. Yeah, well, that's, listen, he knows me. You know what I mean? I'm not going to deny the charges, man. I'm not.
Yeah. But if we could have a band between David Shanklin, aka Shank, and NorCal Refrigeration and HVAC, and Pine Needle, and we've got, like you said, Ray Goodman in the house, we could have our own band. Rod Brooks, myself, yourself, Paulie. We could have a jam. So that's something we need to work on as well too, because that's Rod Brooks' idea. He wants to have a jam.
I'll say the same thing I say every time Rod brings this up. Give me a date. That's all I need. I'm 100% in. All I need is a date on the calendar. I will be there, guitar in hand, ready to go. Ready to go.
I know you will. And just to close out the show on the best vibe humanly possible, Paulie, I present to you. Let me see if it's showing up on the screen. Yes, here we go, Paulie. This is Escobar's effort at the Mike Reno album cover recreation. And there's 2 versions of it. I like the version right there. So it's just
what's he wearing? Like spandex?
Yeah.
This is better than I could have thought. I don't know where Escobar is tonight. I haven't seen him on the chat.
I know where he is, dude. He's seeing, he told me, I said, Escobar, I'm gonna show your backside on the show tomorrow night. And he goes, oh man, I'm gonna be at Cobb's Comedy Club seeing Janine Garofalo.
Cool.
Yeah. So I said, dude, actually, I've heard she's great live. So enjoy yourself. But when you get home from the show, watch the end of the show. And I promise you, we're going to be honoring your backside. Because again, this is for those that for those who don't know. I mean, I gotta do the let me just show the original.
Sure.
Right.
Sure,
so
better than I thought, dude.
Right? It's incredible the work. I got it. Hold on, album cover.
Take your time, Tony. Do your thing, man. Do your thing.
I know, like,
Everybody's working for the weekend. Yeah, there it is.
Okay, so that's you see Escobar's. Okay, so now let's see.
You want a piece of my heart, you gotta start from the start, Mikey Reno, bro. I'll take Escobar's backside over Mikey Reno's backside.
So there you go. I mean, here, actually, you know what? Can I get that? Yeah, there you go. So there's Reno's version. Okay, everybody sees that. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's go back. I'm going to stop that, and one more time, we're going to get back to Escobar's back.
Tony's working his ass off right now. Tony's going to work in the lab, dude. Well done, T. Well done.
I love it because I love the fact that Escobar said, "Okay, I'm going to set up a camera somehow, or I'm going to ask somebody to take a picture of me in spandex with my fingers crossed over my backside, and I need to send it to Paulie."
No, and I'm so glad he did. Let me tell you this, Tony. I'm starting to think maybe we end every show on every Friday when we sign off for the week. I think we close with this as we say goodbye, dude. It's just like that's the message that the weekend is here. Karen Bell checking in, by the way. I don't want any part of Mikey Reno today. No, nobody does. He's weighing about 350, dude. He didn't keep up his his red leather kind of physique. He's gone way beyond that now. Actually, he would be a good candidate for your poncho. Just nice and loose fitting. He could be all, big and loose and free. But anyway, thank you, Escobar. You are the man. Thank you, Stevie B, Soccer Bowl, John Joseph, Ray Goodman, Rags, as always, Anthony Merkovich, Noemi. We love you guys. We really do. We love you guys. And we had so much fun last night. John Joseph, it was a great, great night. And there's more to come. There's more to come. Believe me, we had just as much fun as you guys did. And we're going to keep these things coming. Mike Chili Rianos. No, I got you, man. Creative Tony, take us home, brother. Take us home.
Before I bring Diamond Dave to the picture, to the show, Paulie. The Karen Bell. She's a super at the end here. She says, yes, we need Escobar every Friday. We can do it.
It's done. New tradition is now in place. And even if we end the week tomorrow, we'll sign off with that tomorrow on Thursday in this case. But it's a holiday weekend. But generally, it'll be on Friday. And thank you, Karen. We missed you last night. Hopefully, we'll see you next time.
Yeah, Karen, thank you for the super. And we did miss you. And hopefully we can get to our holiday party whenever that may be. And we'd love to hang with you in person. Paulie, but I wanted to again express our sincere and overjoyed congratulations to the Markoulis family, to Andrew and his wife and their new baby girl, Zoe Markoulis, who was born last night while we were celebrating a Giants win. I don't know if it was Truckee or Reno because they live in Tahoe. So I don't know if Zoe was born in Truckee or Reno, but Zoe was born last night. And so we're so happy for the newest member of the PMP Familia. She doesn't even know it yet, but we need to make like PMP baby onesies,
Ooh, yes, dude. Ooh, how about like little pacifiers too with the PMP logo on them? You know what I mean? We'll have a whole line of baby stuff. Tommy, get to work. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Hey, don't let those pacifiers make it to like Burning Man. Oh, we got to talk about Burning Man
We'll
tomorrow.
do it tomorrow. I got plenty of stuff, Tony. And just so you know, if you're keeping track at home, the orgy tent has been closed. Okay, they shut down the orgy tent today due to inclement weather. More on that tomorrow. I'm not kidding. The orgy tent has been closed. We'll get into Burning Man tomorrow. It's been a mess out there. They say the conditions, it's like walking through oatmeal, is what they've said. So we'll explore Burning Man tomorrow. It's something to look forward to. Yeah.
Oh, that's the best, man. Yeah, we'll get to that tomorrow. We got good bookmarks tomorrow. And we have Troy Clarity, who is the voice of Stanford Cardinal football, but he's also going to be doing a 49er game for our friend Greg Papa. By the way, get well, Greg. We are sending vibes to you daily on the daily.
We love you, buddy. Get well, man.
Thinking of you every day, man, and hope you're making progress every day. And while he's hanging out and resting and taking care of himself, there's 5 announcers that are going to take the booth for Greg. Carlos Ramirez is one of them. Jack Smith, Guy Haberman, Allegri, Justin Allegri for the Cal Bears, and also from the Stanford Cardinal, Troy Clarity. Troy's going to join us tomorrow at 11:30. So looking forward to that, P.
Thank you, Tony, very much. And yes, Rags, there's an orgy tent. We'll fill you in tomorrow. And what last thing you want to do is set Rags loose at Burning Man, dude. That's the last thing that you need, because he'd be covered in mud, just getting into all kinds of trouble. All right, give me Diamond David Lee Roth, and we'll send everybody home for the night, T. Woo, a little crossfade tonight. Fancy pants. Okay. All right, Creative Tony. I feel you getting loose. Must be that coyote with the lasers. Shout out to the Fairfax Pub and Alex. Great to meet you guys today. Yeah. Do enjoy your beverage. And thank you, everybody. Great show tonight. A lot of fun. Yeah, laser. That's it. The coyote.
That's a sweet cover, actually. So thank you, Paulie. Sorry, I was having fun with that label. But thank you to the Fairfax Brewing Company for the beer. It was fantastic. Really, really good stuff. If you're in Fairfax, get to the Fairfax Brewing Company. It's pretty simple. Just take Sir Francis Drake all the way out.
And again, musical assignment tomorrow. Troy Clarity tomorrow. We'll have a nice show to round a week out. And everybody enjoy your evening. Go Giants. Let's sweep the Cubs tomorrow. And we'll see you at 11 o'clock, kids. Have a good evening. Cheers, y'all.
Paulie, go buy your Valdes-Scantling jersey before tomorrow.
I'm on it. Cheers, you guys. See you, man.
Everybody, bye-bye.